Morning everyone, it's Michelle Finocchis here from Pure Magic Vacations. I hope you can hear me. I am now on what I like to call the Tragical Express. I'm on my way home on Disney's Magical Express, and I thought I would pop in here because we get so many requests as to where's better to fly out from Toronto, Hamilton, or Buffalo, especially those of you who have booked with us in this area. If you're in the Ottawa area, it would be a comparison, I gather, between leaving out of Syracuse or Ottawa itself in the Ottawa area. Same with Montreal and those of you on the West Coast that are looking between Bellingham, Seattle, and Vancouver departures, or Abbotsford actually. So one of the benefits I really love about using JetBlue Airways or Southwest Airlines, Delta, United, out of an American city, is that I get to do my airline check-in at the resort. And while this may seem like a silly little thing, Marco did my online check-in yesterday, but I got to bring my bags to airline check-in at the Boardwalk Resort this morning. They tagged them, they weighed them, and they're gone. I'll see them when I'm at home. So this is a huge relief, especially when we're traveling with our kids, carrying, if your flight doesn't depart until later in the evening, and so many of you were booking you 10 o'clock p.m. flights and things like that. That is a huge relief to know that your luggage is gone in the morning. You can go to the park with your carry-ons, or maybe leave them with bell services or guest services at the park, grab a locker, and enjoy the rest of your day. It makes a huge difference as to how to enjoy your trip. So there are other airlines that are involved with this process, but it's such an easy thing to do that if you are looking to fly out of those places, it makes a big difference. That last day of your vacation, it's one less thing you have to think of, worry about when you get to Orlando International, because Orlando International right now, MCO Airport, is going through a lot of security measures to make sure that everybody's safe and sound, and it sometimes can be a little bit hairy there. So to have to deal with those big baggy bulky luggages and kind of not know what the weights are until you get to the airport, you could actually do that at the resort and know if you're overweight at that point. I was 2 ounces overweight this time, and we kind of adjusted right at the resort. They let me do that instead of doing it in a crowded airport. So that's one of the biggest and most beneficial benefits of using an airline out of Buffalo. I really appreciate that. And of course, if you're using Southwest Airlines, your first bags are free. There are conditions that apply in that regard, but if you're using JetBlue Airways, your seat selection is free. So, kind of an option. There is early bird check-in for Southwest too that we always encourage you guys to get if it falls within the budget. But yeah, so that was just such a pleasure this morning to do that. I'm here without Marco, so carrying around a luggage for me can be a little tough. But yeah, I had a great trip, you guys. We learned a lot. We got to spend some time with some of the most well-known. Good morning, Mary. I miss ya. We got to spend some time with two of Disney's most knowledgeable cast members here for over 30 years. It's why we're the best, because they show us the best. We work hard and play hard, and they allow us to do things that other agencies can't do. So it was fantastic. We really learned so many things. One of the things we did was tour Caribbean Beach Resort. I think 3 families are here enjoying that resort, and we were pleasantly surprised by how they were handling the construction, which we already knew, but I was able to get a few more details. Disney always does it right. Coronado Springs, I was able to stay there 2 nights. If you guys have never heard of Coronado Springs Resort, that's because sometimes availability can be tight. They don't sleep families of 5 either, so our larger families are not really knowing about that option at all. But they're building a huge tower there. It's going to be, it won't be a moderate category fully anymore. So those of you who will stay there will give you more details on that. A lot of construction is almost complete. The Millennium Falcon at Hollywood Studios is a good halfway up Toy Story Land almost done. The entry to Toy Story Mania has already moved kind of around the corner temporarily as they've closed the existing entry. Wait times were kind of crazy this trip for January, guys. Like we say to you guys, it's selling out. Disney is busy when it wasn't busy before. So those of you who were here a couple of years ago, it's not the same thing. You know, that's why we do this to inform ourselves constantly. I've been here 5 times in the past 4 months because of the amount of change that's happening. We want to make sure we're on top of things. You know, it's the same with all-inclusive resorts and why we try to get there often as well. However, this I would say is more urgent as construction here is in full swing. So lots of awesome things happening. I was really impressed with the pre-Star Wars fireworks show that I was able to watch. They did change the Star Wars fireworks. They found that while people were really excited for them, people wanted to see a little bit more in Phantasmic. Morning, Connie. Thanks for tuning in. Miss you guys. So yeah, really that was something that was interesting to see, and boy, I couldn't take my eyes off the Chinese theater at Hollywood Studios. I was really impressed with options for character meet and greets. Meeting Star-Lord and Baby Groot was just awesome. Groot was so awesome, and Star-Lord was kind of jealous of his attention. So for those of you who are Marvel fans, definitely I suggest Hollywood Studios as a place to go and visit and absorb that kind of culture. And there's a lot of shopping too, Marvel options for shopping, although I would still say Disney Springs has the best options for shopping for Marvel. As for Disney Springs, we were able to enjoy. Good morning. I'm here, Mike. I'm always here. Was that your guys' resort? Coronado looks so different you wouldn't recognize it. And yeah, so anyways, Disney Springs had a grand opening for many of their new restaurants, guys. If you're an Italian food lover, 2 pizza restaurants open. One of them, there's a really cool entry where you come down an elevator from outside. It's the coolest thing, into the restaurant. We were able to eat at the Edison. The Edison is a restaurant dedicated to the industrial age here in the U.S. So lots of industrial theming. They have contortionists and actors walking around that are kind of more of an edgy nod to the 20s, the 30s. The drinks are all from that era and very strong for that reason. Like, we're talking some serious drinks and a very serious drink menu, as well as the food, very gourmet actually. So and varied, a lot of Mediterranean choices as well. So that was really interesting and fun. We were able to catch, I think, all 3 fireworks. We didn't see Rivers of Light last night. We enjoyed last night at Tusker House, which those of you who are fans of Animal Kingdom know how much I love that restaurant. Mickey Mouse basically spent 10 minutes with this little princess at her first visit and just made all of us bawl our eyes out. I'm going to cry thinking about it. It was just awesome. And the food on point, as it always is. Flight of Passage, did it again. Still awesome. Amazing. I love it so much. If you haven't done it, guys, just do it. If your kids can't do it, do a switch pass and get on that ride. It's amazing. If you feel sick, take a ginger gravel or something, but you got to do it. That's a lifetime experience. So yeah, your type of drinks, Connie. Yeah, it was all our type of drinks. So interesting to kind of see that drink menu and kind of remember back to our grandparents drinking those kind of, the old fashions and the Rob Roys and then so many more. And my gosh, the way the alcohols were changed and the way they put their own kind of modern twist on it was really cool. So if you're a foodie or somebody who likes to drink around the world, as us Disney fans know, this is definitely another location that you would kind of hit. I think they're trying to make Disney Springs bring back that Pleasure Island feel to it. So they're succeeding. It was really fantastic and a little crowded. So we'll kind of adjust some of our planning for you guys with regards to that and make sure guest services had a 1-hour lineup at Disney Springs. So with regards to activating your Canadian tickets, you guys, I think I might make some adjustments there for suggestions. Okay. So I'm almost at the airport. You can see everybody here on the bus. Sad going home. But Marco and I will be in Disneyland in May and so many more updates. We'll also be doing a lot more. We're going to create a whole new exciting adventure for you guys to come along with us with Adventures by Disney. We think it's time. And these are the family tour adventures that Disney does. It's kind of the cream of their crop. This is what they really are investing a lot of their time and energy into, because they know families want to tour the world. They want to do it safely. They want to do it with Disney. Thanks, Connie. Yeah. So we'll be in touch, guys, and have a real great day. See you on the flip side.